Hello and welcome to this guide about the 5 best fighter heroes in Mobile Legends. Since the new item called the War Axe has been released, there became a few fighter heroes quite powerful. That's why I want to share 5 fighters that are now great picks in certain situations. Like always, I'll explain why those heroes are great to use, in which situations you should use them, and when you better avoid playing the featured heroes. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so the content will help you to improve your Mobile Legends gameplay to increase your win rate. The first hero on this list is Sun. Sun wasn't the most popular hero to choose lately and was a bit of a forgotten hero, but with the new item, Sun just became a fighting machine. Make sure you include the War Axe, Demon Hunter Sword and the Demon's Eyes to become a killing machine. The War Axe is great to increase your physical attack as well as physical penetration. It helps a lot to have high physical penetration when you're using the Demon Hunter Sword. Then the Demon's Eyes is also a powerful item since his doppelgangers benefit from the passive effects of the items too. This way, the doppelgangers will reduce the healing effect and attack speed of nearby enemies. This makes Sun strong in a 1 vs 1 situation, but also in team fights, especially when the enemy team has high HP heroes that also heal a lot. Sun is a fighter hero that can also attack from a distance by using the first 2 skills. He can throw his staff from a distance while also summoning a doppelganger to attack the target. There aren't a lot of fighters that can attack enemies and stay at such a big distance, so if that's something you enjoy in a fighter, Sun might be the hero for you. If we analyze his abilities and playstyle, we can conclude that the following kind of heroes go well in a team with Sun. Because Sun needs to attack heroes from a close distance, he really benefits from CC to keep attacking the enemy heroes. Therefore, you can choose Sun in a team with heroes like Tigreal, Nana, Selena, Grok and Veil. He also is a decent pick if the enemy team consists of high HP heroes or heroes that rely on healing. Just make sure you buy the Demon Hunter Sword early on against the high HP heroes and the Demonic Eyes against the healing heroes. No hero is perfect, so Sun also got his weaknesses. Because he summons his doppelgangers, Sun is quite vulnerable against the heroes that deal high area of effect damage, especially in combination with high spell vamp. Therefore, Sun isn't the best pick against heroes like Ruby, Fanny, Esmeralda or Cecilian. Overall, Sun is a decent hero that's great to destroy tanky heroes. But if you don't like to play heroes that are mana dependent, the next hero might be a better pick for you. X-Borg is a fighter hero that doesn't use mana and can always use his skills. He can use his flamethrower to deal area of effect damage, which can be very useful. You can use this to cut the lane and kill the minions to receive 100% of the gold and XP. This can be a good way to farm faster than the enemy does, but always make sure you keep your eye on the minimap so you won't end up 2 vs 1 far away from your turret. His flamethrower is also great to get stacks fast for the War Axe and the Brute Force chestplate. Therefore, I highly suggest you include the items in your build to increase your offense and defense. The trick to play X-Borg successfully is to try using your flamethrower while an enemy is chasing you. This way he can't attack you while you can burn him alive. Always use his flamethrower first to warm up the enemy before using your ultimate. After the ultimate, you should use the flamethrower again together with the second skill while moving backwards to collect the supplies and recover his armor. Do you find any of this information useful? You can thank me to just give a hit on the like button to support the channel. X-Borg can deal high true damage against enemies, which makes him very strong in certain situations. The hardest part is to keep hitting enemies, so therefore you need allies that can help you to prevent the enemies from escaping. A few great heroes to have in your team while playing X-Borg are Tigreal, Estus, Kufra and Belleric. Those heroes just have to make sure the enemy are stuck, so you're able to burn them to the ground. True damage ignores all forms from defense. Therefore, his skills are perfect against heroes that have high defense like Grok, Barretts and Terizla. He can also burn enemies who have no escape skills quite easy, like Cecilion, Iritol and Layla. X-Borg also has its weaknesses, and that are high burst damage heroes that can erase his armor in seconds. Be careful against heroes like Eudora, Helcurt and Aurora. If you pay attention to the previous information, I'm sure you're able to dominate with X-Borg. He became a great hero again, partly because of the War Aches. If you like heroes that deal true damage, I have another one for you that also deals a good amount of damage. The third hero that is a strong fighter is Alpha. Alpha has recently had a revamp which made him a lot stronger. His passive now deals a good amount of true damage as well as slowing the target. This effect can be very powerful when you build a decent amount of physical damage. When playing Alpha, it's very important you focus on activating the passive effect, since this deals a big amount of extra damage. It can take a bit of practice to get the feeling on how to time your skills so the effect gets activated. When you understand his mechanics, Alpha is a strong fighter with high damage, decent healing and also great CC skills. By the way, if you want me to make a complete guide about any of the heroes in this vid, please let me know in the comment section down below. If there's enough demand, I'll try to make it as soon as possible. All of Alpha's skills, as well as his passive, deals area of effect damage. That's why you need to buy the Bloodlust Axe to recover a lot of HP in team fights. You also want to buy a lot of cooldown items, so Alpha is able to cast his skills very often. Try to get at least 30% cooldown reduction to maximize his effectiveness. Alpha can be a great choice against the less mobile heroes, since he can easily get towards the target with his ult and use his CC to keep dealing damage. Therefore, he's a great pick against heroes like Estus, Mia, Cecilion, Vale and Angela. Because he deals high area of effect damage, you need heroes that are able to bring the enemies close to each other to be as effective as possible. Therefore, he is a perfect pick if your team consists of heroes like Tigreal, Cecilion or Terizla. Alpha also got his weaknesses where you have to deal with. Early game is one of the weaknesses of him. Make sure you play defensive to not fall behind in late game. Another weakness of Alpha are long range heroes. Those heroes can hit Alpha from a safe distance. Be careful against heroes like Vale, Layla, Leslie and Clint. Alpha has to rely on his spell vamp and therefore is weak against high burst heroes like Helcurt, Eudora, Karina and Aurora. If you pay close attention to the heroes of your and the enemy team, Alpha can be a very strong hero to pick. The problem with heroes that rely on healing effects is that he can be countered by anti-heal items. But the next hero can have such a high spell vamp that even those items won't prevent her from healing a lot. That of course can only be Ruby. I think Ruby is kind of similar to Alpha. Both heroes have skills with low cooldown, area of effect damage, CC and high spell vamp. Ruby deals a bit less damage but has a better defense because of her passive and high spell vamp. This makes her a bit more sustainable. I think Ruby is a great pick if your team needs more CC. Another cool thing about Ruby is that you can adjust her emblems and items to make her more tanky or more damage focused. So you can still change the playstyle when your team picks unexpected heroes. I think we all know situations where you expect your team to pick a tank, but they choose another fighter instead. In this situation, you can use your tank emblems and a tank build to play as a tank. Of course, you don't see these problems when you play with friends, but I often play solo rank where this kind of problems aren't rare. This kind of tanks can help you to increase your win rate in solo rank. If you want to learn some great heroes for solo rank, I highly suggest you check out my video about 7 great heroes for solo rank. Ruby is a perfect hero to cancel annoying ultimates from heroes like Pharsa or Odette. When you follow this channel, you already know the importance of countering enemy heroes. Ruby is also a great hero to use to counter Guinevere. I've explained how to do this in my complete Ruby guide, which you can check if you want to master Ruby. Like I've mentioned, Ruby is a strong pick if you fight against heroes with annoying ultimates that can be cancelled by CC. Therefore, I love to use her against Odette, Pharsa, Gord and Lolita. Ruby also is a perfect addition to your team that lacks of CC heroes. She also goes well with heroes that deal high area of effect damage, because she's able to center the enemies. She goes perfectly with heroes like Esmeralda, Gord, Cecilion and Kimmy. A little downside on playing Ruby is of course the anti-heal items. This combined with Bastia will create a big chance of losing, so never choose her when you see Bastia in the enemy team. She also isn't great against very mobile heroes, since she has no escape skills. Be careful against heroes like Roger, Esmeralda and Helcurt. I think Ruby can be a decent hero in certain situations and should definitely be on your radar. If you made it this far, you know that there's still one hero left. And the last hero of the 5 best fighters of Season 21 is Paquito. I personally think this hero is the most hard one to play of the 5 featured heroes. It takes a bit of time to get used on the skills and how to time them properly. But if you are used to this hero, it can be a fighter and assassin in one. Paquito also benefits a lot from the War Axe because he can get stacks quickly too. Combined with the Blade of Heptasis, he deals a big amount of damage in just seconds. When playing Paquito, you should always look for the weakest target. Try to move towards it and use your ultimate whenever possible to CC the target. If you do this right, the target has little chance of surviving. When playing Paquito, not only damage is important, but some healing effects will also increase your sustainability. I highly suggest you use the Bloodlust Axe to get spell vamp as well as cooldown reduction. You probably also want to know against which kind of heroes Paquito is a good pick. These squishy heroes are perfect targets for Paquito. If you manage to come close to the target, he can easily punch him to death. So when the enemy team picks heroes like Layla, Iritol, Cecilion or Vil, you know which hero can take them down easily. Also, a team with some CC can help you to keep boxing the enemies. Nana, Kufra, Selena and Atlas are some heroes that can help you a lot. This hero also has his weaknesses, and one of them is that he can have a hard time to come close to an enemy. Heroes with high mobility or a team with a lot of CC can make it hard for Paquito to come closely. Therefore, it might not be the best pick if you match up against heroes like Hylas, Estes, Vil, Carmilla and Nana. If you master this hero, he is one of the strongest fighters and a nightmare for all squishy heroes. This was my list of 5 great fighter heroes. I'm sure you missed one or more heroes on this list, so please let me know which one you missed on the list in the comment section down below. If you like to receive content like this, you can subscribe to the channel to receive more videos that will help you to improve your gameplay. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss any video. thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you again in the next guide.